they bleed. All nations tailgating and they're raring to go. Yeah, when Nealon gets to rocking, it's a hell of a show. And man, you won't believe that roar when the boys find the checkerboard. The big orange is back, it's a fact. Volunteers, where you at? Get loud, staying proud, send a message to the crowd. Y'all better get used to the fact the big orange is back. Big orange is back. Got Rocky Top rocking all across the land, and we sing it with the pride of the Southland Band.
What's up, y'all? Episode 10 is here, boys. Double digits. We're well under 50 days until it's football time in Tennessee. Spanky out today.
Imagine that.
Yeah, always calling in sick. Just kidding. Glad to have Spur on the show. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. Just come off the softball field. Gladiators are 2-0 here in a local co-ed league.
Spur is coach and designated hitter, I believe.
That's right.
Is the
Getting old.
position. How you doing, Corbin?
I'm doing great. I just come from Corbin's Castle over in Lansing. I'm about to defend my title that I've been the champion for 63 days later this
lose
season.
that title.
I ain't going to lose nothing. I am the king. I got a castle.
We're going to talk about the NCAA's decision regarding former head coach Jeremy Pruitt, his recruiting violations. A lot to dissect there. We're going to talk about SEC mascots. We've ranked helmets, we've ranked coaches, we've ranked teams, we've ranked uniforms, and we're going to rank mascots. I believe that's only fitting.
Bet you know who I have at number 14.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Stay tuned.
It's going to be good. We have our jersey countdown. We have the duel, as we just mentioned. Corbin has been champion for 63 days in a row. We have start bench cut.
Not 64.
We have Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other coming your way as well. We have a lot to unpack. Stick with us. Thank you to the Fairview Union for letting us use their music for our show. We'll be right back with the weekend recap. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Vawl Daddy. I want to give a big shout out to the Fairview Union. Great musicians, local people. Chad's from my hometown. They were gracious enough to let us use their music for our podcast. Make sure you check them out. They're huge Tennessee fans. You won't be disappointed. Let's hear them play.
100,000 can't get louder. Gators, come and get your song. Yeah, we'll be singing our song. We're all Vawl, bring it on. We're all Vawl, bring it on. The Vawl Navy's getting crazy on the Tennessee. We're tailgating, just waiting for that power tee. We're all Vawl, bring it on down to Nealon Stadium. 100,000.
And we're back. Next, we've got our recap / Tennessee news / game maxims, which will air during the season. Let's start with former Tennessee pitcher Chase Burns. He announced he has transferred to Wake Forest.
And, you know, he had a hell of a run at Rocky Top. He's went to the Demon Deacons at Wake Forest. And we wish him luck. It's clear that he wants to be a starter, and I don't think he was going to start here. So at least he's not in the SEC.
I wish him the best, too. I mean, we kind of knew this was kind of coming. This isn't a big shocker to me. He had a fantastic season this year and last year both. I wish him the best. He's a good player. He's going to go MLB. I ain't got no hard feelings against him.
Let's face it, it's the nature of the beast with the transfer portal and NIL and everything else going on in the NCAA. So going to gain some and lose some, and wish him the best in his future.
Definitely. It's definitely the new age.
We
Yeah.
future endeavored him.
Yeah, it sucks, but like Corbin said, we knew it was going to happen. I don't know. I keep kind of wondering what happened, with him too. I mean, you can't tell me he wasn't happy here by watching him play in Omaha, but I just got to rip the Band-Aid off and trust Tony Vitello.
And maybe that's just it. Maybe Tony Vitello is just too honest with him. Tony V's probably telling him, hey, listen, you're going to be in the bullpen, and that's not where he wants to be. And Tony V said, if you want to start, you might want to find you a place where you can start. And, Wake Forest is certainly right there at the very top of the college baseball world. So he'll have a chance to make a World Series next year as well.
Sink or swim.
Yep, it's better than going to one of our rivals. That's for sure.
It'd be fun to play him in Oklahoma next season, though.
Yeah. Next news: Tennessee basketball loses another one to the portal. Forward Chris Ledlam has entered the transfer portal once again. He came from Harvard not long ago. He averaged 18.8 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game at Harvard last season. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm kind of shocked, honestly. I wasn't expecting him to transfer out on us. And I'm kind of disappointed, too, because Harvard does produce some good basketball players. I mean, the Ivy League, a lot of people look at the Ivy League and think they're a small conference, and they are, and they don't, like, compete for championships or nothing, but they always produce good players. And when they have a team like Harvard or Princeton every now and then that gets hot, that team is really dang good.
And, we're going to be a deep team next year. Rick Barnes has a stacked roster already. It does open up a scholarship for Triple J, so maybe he can slide in and actually be on scholarship. So while we've never seen this dude play basketball at Tennessee, who knows what kind of playing time he would have gotten.
I agree. Haven't looked real deep into this, but I don't have too much opinion. Like you said, but Josiah coming back, he might have just realized kind of what role that he was going to have, with the team.
What year was he, though? Freshman, sophomore, senior, junior?
Not sure on that. I remember seeing it, but I don't have it here in the notes. I would say probably a big culture change coming from Harvard to
And that
to
big party
Tennessee.
school at Harvard down to, the academic standards at Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, like Corbin said, Harvard, them schools are good.
I'm
but
surprised he was able to
SEC
get it at
basketball's
Tennessee,
Yeah, SEC basketball is a little bit different. All right, let's spark things up with some positive news. This has already been our most negative show probably so far, and we've not even got into the NCAA stuff yet. But it's been a long time since there's been negative news around Tennessee, so we can't complain too much, I don't guess. But Tennessee has a crystal ball, a big-time crystal ball prediction. He's announcing this Wednesday, which will be the day we air this show. 5-star wide receiver Mike Matthews.
We're back to wide receiver university. Bring him.
On 3 gives us an 86.7% chance to land him. They give Clemson a 4.7% chance to land him. They give Georgia a 3.5% chance to land him, and USC 1.7% chance to land him. Everyone in the country has offered Mike Matthews, though.
Go ahead, Corbin. It's great to see 5-star receivers wanting to come to Tennessee.
I looked it up, and he's probably going to be coming to Tennessee because the guy that gives this crystal ball prediction is Steve Wiltfog. He's 277 out of 286 he gets right. So he's not very wrong.
I'm very excited for this. ESPN has him as the number 1 wide receiver in the country. Rivals has him as the number 1 wide receiver in the country. On 3 has him as the number 4 wide receiver in the country.
13 overall in recruiting.
Yeah.
For that one.
13 overall in the class.
Yeah.
And hopefully by the time y'all are listening to this podcast, he'll be a
be
Tennessee Vol.
Yeah, hopefully.
And we all don't look stupid.
This would be massive for the Tennessee Volunteers.
Clemson, I don't know. We just keep beating that damn ass.
I know. Dabo, man, he's still flipping them hamburgers. SEC Media Days is this week. Today, as in Monday, because this is a pre-recorded show, we have LSU, Missouri, and Texas A&M. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we have Auburn, Georgia, Mississippi State, and Vanderbilt. Wednesday, we have Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Kentucky. Thursday, we have Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Tennessee has quarterback Joe Milton, defensive lineman Omari Thomas, and tight end Jacob Warren representing them. Great cast. Would you all change or pick anybody else to represent Tennessee?
I guess I'd like to see Brew McCoy or a wide receiver represent us there because, quarterback wide receiver duo, maybe Jalen Wright. But it's a good list of players that's going to be there. Of course, I wish that
I bet it's hard to pick a wide receiver or
sure.
running back. That's probably might be the reason.
I'm sure. Maybe the power will go out on Wednesday and we don't get to hear from Alabama, Florida, or Kentucky. we can't get that lucky.
I think it's a great group of guys. I mean, can't pick nobody better. I mean, I would have picked anybody. Probably been, like he said, Jalen Wright, Boo McCoy, Squirrel Wright, and
Yeah, I would. I don't know. Thursdays definitely looks like a solid day for some drama compared to the rest of the days.
They'll have Tennessee going last on Thursday, so that way people will stick around to hear I guess it's really we're not really hosting because it's in Nashville, but we might as well be hosting because it's certainly not Vanderbilt.
Did y'all see the billboards that Tennessee hung up though?
Yeah, it's pretty.
That
great.
was awesome. I would love to see some Heupel and Beamer drama myself. Kiffin, he'll be stirring the pot per usual. I don't know.
it's a hardy SEC media days. That's crazy. It's crazy with this close already. Honestly,
We'll be in Nashville in a month and a half. It's heating up, baby.
I know we're just talking on a Monday. It doesn't air till Wednesday, but do understand that there's some rumors going around already that Nashville's trying to get an SEC championship game in their new stadium. So we'll see how that goes.
And then the last thing before we get into our first main talking point, there's been some jersey changes for Tennessee football team. Notable jersey number changes this season. Jalen Wright is going to be wearing number 0. Wide receiver Dante Thornton will wear number 1. Defensive back Gabe Judy Lolly will wear number 1. Linebacker Aaron Beasley will wear number 6. That's a big change from 24 to 6. Running back Dylan Sampson will wear number 6 on the offensive side of the ball. Linebacker Arion Carter, true freshman, will wear number 7. Wide receiver Ramel Keaton will wear number 9. He's been number 80. That's going to be different.
That'll confuse me.
Defensive tackle Elijah Simmons is going to wear number 10, coming from number 51. So you'll have number 10 right there in the mix, and you'll have Omari Thomas wearing 21 as well. So I don't know. I like the big boys and them little numbers for some reason. And then linebacker Keenan Peely, the transfer from BYU, will wear number 11. So just wanted to throw that out there. We'll hit the commercial break, and we'll be right back with our first main talking point of the day. Hey, y'all, it's the Vawl Daddy. We're doing a huge giveaway for the season opener in Nashville versus Virginia. A pair of tickets, 4 rows off the field. All you have to do is join up for the volunteer club. You should already be a member, but here's your chance to join and win some tickets at the same time. The higher membership you get, the more entries you're going to get to win the tickets. Refer a friend. I'll double your chances to win. We will do the giveaway live on our show. Remember, you have to use my link. Screenshot that QR code or get on my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram, whatever. Join today. Go Vols. Okay, and we're back. Next, we've got our first main talking point of the day, presented by Big Orange Concrete Pumping. The NCAA is finally, after a very long process, dropped
2.5 years.
Yeah, they've dropped the hammer on the Tennessee Volunteers. Let's kind of just go down the list of each punishment. We can just talk about them one by one instead of naming them all off and then it just being a cluster. So the first thing, penalty is Tennessee has been fined $8 million by the NCAA. NCAA officials have said this fine is the largest in history by the NCAA.
$8 million for $60,000 in cash benefits.
Yeah.
We're still not paying Jeremy Pruitt $12 million buyout, so in the long run we're saving a little bit of money. But I don't know. This is a little excessive. I think it's a money grab by the NCAA, and kind of makes me wonder. Tennessee is a taxpayer-funded entity as it is. Of course, our athletics department raises their own revenue, but $8 million is pretty excessive.
It's definitely more than I was expecting. I knew it had to have been one of the biggest in history when I saw it was $8 million.
Yeah, $8 million is ridiculous.
I guess some executives are going to get raises in the NCAA.
I can't stand the NCAA anymore. I mean, it's been bad for a long time, but they're so out of touch with reality.
I mean, what does it prove to find a university, a school trying to survive $8 million? You know, let's just say that this was Tennessee Tech in this same situation.
Right.
They find a Tennessee Tech $8 million, their athletics department shuts down.
The whole athletics department shuts
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
So they fined Tennessee $8 million because they knew Tennessee could afford it. That's the bottom line.
Well, that's what they put out, wasn't it? They put what they knew the university could afford.
So, in other words, had it been another school, this would not have been the same kind of fine.
I guess the only good news here is like Spur mentioned that Tennessee, you know, they do have Jeremy Pruitt's money still, kind of. So the buyout money or whatever. I don't know how much that is exactly yet, but hopefully that covers most of the cost.
About $4 million probably. What we got out on.
Hey, when the Tennessee makes the playoffs this year, we'll gain that money back.
Oh yeah. Did you see that? How many beers we sold during the Ole Miss game a couple years ago, and the profit we had.
Yeah, they were all on the field.
Yeah. What was that number? It was like 800,000 or something. Wasn't
I thought.
it?
Well, it was
Just
like,
in beer sales.
It was crazy.
It was like
so fun.
Oh, it was close to I think $600,000 in
It was
revenue in beer sales, and it's like something crazy like. I forget. It's like 80, 90,000 beers. No. The beers was ungodly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 200,000 beers or something like that.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll be all right. It just, I don't know. It's ridiculous. But anyway, nothing you can do about it. Penalty number 2, there was over 200 NCAA violations. 18 of those were classified as level 1 violations, which are the most serious violations within the NCAA. The NCAA called Tennessee's infractions one of the most serious instances of infractions in the history of the NCAA. Ex-Tennessee head coach Jeremy Pruitt offered would-be players around $60,000 in gifts.
It'd all be legal today.
It would definitely be, legal today. I mean, I'm not going to downplay it. I mean, it's bad in terms of breaking rules, you know.
I do understand. Like if it pre-NIL deals, I do understand because it was the Wolves then. But gosh,
every single Division I team in the country is doing this though. Like Jeremy Pruitt and staff were just terrible at it.
We're going to talk more about this as the show goes on today. But Jeremy Pruitt learned how to do this from somewhere, Nick Saban. But you know, this certainly probably was not the first time he's been involved in some kind of cheating when it comes to recruiting.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking $60,000. You've got Saban, who owns 4 Mercedes-Benz dealerships, and the players are driving them cars.
And some of the
you
stuff,
just got to be smart about what you're doing.
Well, and some of the stuff really wasn't that bad. What he's paying for, he's paying for some players' family, a couple players' families houses because they was bankrupt or didn't have a place to live,
or some hotel stays on official visits. You know, I don't really have a problem with that ever. You know, some of these student athletes are coming from not so wealthy households and having to travel the country to visit these colleges. I had no problem whatsoever with helping some of them out. But at the time, it was against the rules. Now we can do it a little bit, but you know, we're paying the piper now, I guess you could say.
200 violations, though. That is
That's ridiculous.
Shit ton of violations.
It's 18 level 1.
Just not smart at all. I mean, there's plenty of loopholes in anything in life, you know, like whether you're talking about taxes or whatever. But I mean, not to sound like a scam artist or something, but I mean, my biggest thing is like Spur mentioned is where did he learn this from? Where did it trickle down from? And I mean, you've got the Saban, Kirby, Pruitt tree right there. It's going on in Alabama. I don't care what anybody.
It's been going on in Alabama. In every other major school in the country.
This is that's I can 200. I just think that's worse than SMU in the 80s. You know, I don't know.
Do you hold Fulmer accountable at
I mean,
all? Or
how do you not? He was our athletic director at the time. It's
I love
trickle
Fulmer,
down,
but
trickle down or trickle up, as you say, because we all love Philip Fulmer, but he holds some responsibility in this, no doubt.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you'd be I don't know the word I'm looking for here, but I mean, you'd be ignorant to not think that he has responsibility here.
Well, honestly, lucky that we didn't get a bowl ban or
We're
anything.
going to talk about that in just a minute, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So penalty 3, 5 years of probation for Tennessee and a reduction in football scholarships by a total of 28 during the 5-year probation period. I mean, this is a big deal, but with the self-imposed penalties, Tennessee, after this year, will have 18 of those 28 already out of the way. So that leaves us with 10. So easy math, that would be 2 every year. 2 scholarships every year for the next 5 years is ideal as far as cuts.
I mean, so it's not great. We got 85 scholarships per season, so taking it down to 83, there's out of those 85 scholarships, probably maybe 60 see the field and others do not. So while it might have a little bit of impact, it's not going to have a whole lot.
It definitely sucks. We're gonna have to be a little selective, going forward. And
one less 2-star athlete's going to get a scholarship, and that's really what sucks is some student athletes not going to get a scholarship because of Jeremy Pruitt's actions.
Yeah.
More than it affects the university, it's going to affect another student athlete somewhere.
And it could be an athlete that is very underrated, or you just don't know what.
Or it could be an athlete whose dream was to come to Tennessee, and that dream's taken away from him because we don't have a spot for him. Whereas we may had this not happened.
I guess it is a good thing though that Tennessee was proactive and did self-impose 18 of those. So I mean that helps us a lot moving forward. The fourth penalty, more penalties that hurt recruiting. So 36 official visits over the 5-year period have been reduced. So simple math, that's 7-ish per year. Tennessee can't have official visits in connection with 10 regular season home games, and 4 of those must be against regular season opponents. I'm hoping that is in the 5-year period as well.
It is.
Okay, so that's not as brutal. And then a reduction in 40 weeks of unofficial visits within the 5-year period, with the same restriction of the home games as I just mentioned. What are your thoughts on this?
Again, I think we've already done some of this, so we may not see it personally, or we may not realize what's going on, but Coach Heupel and his staff will adjust, and we'll be just fine. We're getting 5-star athletes and 4-star recruits wanting to come to Tennessee. So instead of us begging them for visits, now they're wanting to come to us. So I think it's just fine.
I think it does suck a little bit just because it takes away from like coming to like a late-ass stadium and seeing the atmosphere and everything, seeing the crowd, seeing us play, and just being like, this is where you want to be.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks worse.
But again, we're not going to invite the 2- and the 3-star athlete on an official visit now. We'll save those for the more prominent 4 and 5 stars and upper 3 stars. So again, the student athlete that wants to come to Tennessee may not get the opportunity to see Neyland Stadium.
Yeah, just kind of what we said. Just Josh Heupel and staff are going to have to just strategize more.
What if a recruit just bought a straight up ticket and just come and sat in the stands just to watch? And would that be okay?
I would say that.
How's that?
I would say they might have a ticket
as,
donated to
as
them
long as
or
we
something.
don't, as long as we don't take them on a big tour of the stadium and introduce them to the cheerleaders, we might be all right.
Wasn't it was it last year or the year before last that they hit us with a fine or something because we let them walk down the Vawl walk with us?
Yeah, that was probably one of these 200 violations.
Probably, yeah. Just so
Yeah, we had 18 recruits walking the Vawl walk, just 18 different violations.
Yeah,
that's probably how we got to
probably,
200,
yeah.
really.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. We'll get into the NCAA more, but, I mean, we're going to lose our chances at, a player or 2 or 5 or, 10 over the next 5 years. But,
or maybe we won't.
Yeah, nothing anyone can do about it. We just have to plan, be smart, selective, and just prepare, for recruiting. But they'll figure it out. The fifth thing is Tennessee has to vacate their 11 wins from 2019 and 2020 seasons under Jeremy Pruitt, which officially knocks Tennessee out of the top 10 winningest program category.
I cannot stand this. And I can't stand this. I don't care if you're the USC, Miami, Florida, LSU, who's about to have 4 of their seasons vacated, and now Tennessee, and any other team that comes in the future. If you won them games, whether I would hate you or I like you, you won them games. Championships, Heisman trophies, anything, you win them. If you win them, don't go back like USC with Reggie Bush in 2004 a couple years ago and take it all away. Don't come and take something away. Listen, 8-5 was 2019, and 3-7 was 2020. Yeah, not a good one in 2020, but that's 3 wins. And the 8-5 year, like for somebody like me and Spur too, we traveled to Jacksonville, Florida. We went to every game that year. We traveled to Jacksonville, Florida, to watch them play Indiana in a bowl game and win. So you take away that bowl win. So you telling me, as a fan, that I spent my hard-earned money all these years to take it away?
I see it the same way Corbin does. What's the point in taking away a win 3 years down the road or 5 years down the road or even 4 months down the road? The game already happened. We won the damn games. Get over it, or we lost the damn games. Get over it.
Especially when they don't even count them as a loss.
Right. It just doesn't make a bit of sense to me why the NCAA wanted to take away victories. It'd be one thing if we deflated footballs or done some actual cheating on the field, played with professional athletes. It's not what happened. We paid some kids some money, and they were college athletes. They were going to go play for Tennessee or play somewhere else. So the games were so long ago. Why is it, man? It's just a number in a book at this point.
It sucks for the players too, the ones that didn't get to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
And their glory is, I played for Tennessee during these years, and now they have to look back and be like, oh, well, they don't even count whenever I ever even played.
Yeah, like Corbin said, this pisses me off, I think, just about, more than anything else. Tennessee's been a top 10 winning program for forever. Now Georgia passes us. It's garbage. NCAA cracked down way too hard on a school who's self-imposed themselves so harshly.
It's just stupid. Taking away wins. Why?
I mean, we helped them all we could. We turned in everything on ourselves. Admitted to everything. We didn't hide anything. So wins over Chattanooga, as Corbin mentioned, Indiana, the Tax Slayer Bowl, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Missouri, USC Junior, Alabama, Birmingham, and Vanderbilt in 2019 are erased. Missouri, USC Junior, and Vanderbilt 2020 wins are erased.
A question I have about that is, how does that work for people who's placed wagers on these games?
That is a good point.
It can't affect you that down. I wouldn't think it would affect you. I'm sure there's some rules in place. Like if it's official, it's official.
But now it's not official again. So
for me, it'll always be official.
I'm going to check my FanDuel account. If I got $150 missing, I don't know what happened. I'm going to call Jeremy Pruitt myself and get some of that Chick-fil-A money.
Yeah, Tennessee they'll get back though. Josh Heupel will have them back in the top 10.
Oh yeah.
But it just sucks. I don't know.
We got to pass up right now. USC and Georgia both passed us, and I think we're tied.
At 11, I think, or
we're tied with one of them. Is it USC we're tied with, or they may have more, and we may be tied with Georgia? I forget which one, but one of them we just got to keep winning all year more than they do. We'll be back above them.
We'll be just fine. We'll be back.
I agree. Jeremy Pruitt gets a 6-year show cause penalty. Thoughts on this?
Screw him. He's the worst coach in the history of Tennessee.
Yeah, he deserves more.
He's
Fuck
worse
him.
than Derek Dooley.
What's funny is if he was to ever be hired as a coach for any university, he would have to set out fully from the team his first year signed as a head coach.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did try hard, but he's too mentally disabled for a job like this. The head man. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to give him a little bit of credit. I'll probably get bashed for this, but he did go in front of the committee and tell the committee that the current players and coaches do not need to be punished for what he did. So
And he did do
I did
that.
give him
He
a
did
little,
do that.
but still, fuck him.
Yeah.
I didn't know he done that till now, but
Yeah, he did. He went in front of the committee on the same day that I think Fulmer went, and Pruitt asked the committee not to punish the current Tennessee team and players because they were not involved in this in any sort of way. So
Yeah, he said if Tennessee deserves, to be in a championship, they don't deserve to have that taken away from them and all that stuff. But
otherwise, he's Nick Saban's stooge, I believe.
Nick Saban will hire him back in no time, in my opinion, because he wanted him back this year
now is that
as a analyst. But he'd be calling some shots.
would he have to set out like as an assistant coach or a coordinator or anything? Would he have to set out a full year? Or does that just go for head coaching?
I'm not sure on. I would say it would be anything.
Yeah, he has to sit out regardless.
Is it regardless?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I do see.
That's a hell of a damn paycheck from a university to bring you in, and you have to set out 1 year.
He's doing just fine in the NFL.
Yeah, he's been with it. He done some stuff with the Giants, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, I think we're going to see him in crimson and white. I really do.
You really think that?
I do. Saban wanted him this year.
I guess so because he is already.
And Saban's got a
winning the
track
system.
record, man, of hiring. What he picked up Kiffin, he picked up Dooley, he picked up Lyle Butch Jones.
Again, Pruitt had to learn it from somewhere. So.
Yeah. So
Butch Jones needs to take some blood pressure medicine. I saw a picture of him the other day. He needs some blood pressure medicine or something. He's gonna have a damn heart attack on the sideline if he don't do something.
I used to worry about him.
Still building those
I used to
bricks.
worry about him at Tennessee,
Yeah.
man. He'd be over there just purple.
He's doing good down there at them Red Wolves of Arkansas State.
I seen an article where he's on the hot seat this year at Arkansas State.
I thought he was dying when Jamal, dadgummit. Jawan Jennings made that catch against Georgia. I thought he was having a heart attack.
Kissing
right
his
there on the field.
necklace. And
Yeah.
then he brings out the gimmicks about how, I don't know, he's praying and going on. So, number 7, we'll save the good news, I guess, for last. Tennessee does not get a bowl ban, which is the only positive news out of this entire situation. Other than the decision finally being over with, I think, this is great news. Tennessee can play in another Orange Bowl. They can play in the Sugar Bowl. They can play for a championship.
And we're going to.
That's what worried me the most. With this whole time period, I was like, there'll be a way, and the NCAA would put us in a bowl ban. Maybe not. I would know it wouldn't be 5 years, but I was like, they'll give us like a 1 or a 2 year bowl ban. I was kind of scared of that at first, especially as good as we've been here recently. They would really like to throw the hammer on us at the moment, and I'm surprised they didn't.
And, of course, that affects the players and the fans that have paid their hard-earned money to support Tennessee. So,
It's huge news.
of all the things, I'm glad we are not facing a bowl ban or any kind of postseason ban.
Yeah, huge news, obviously, for the sake of, playing for a bowl game or a championship. But I think the biggest thing here is recruiting because Coach Heupel even said it. Coaches have been kind of holding this over Tennessee's head,
And they can't no more.
telling recruits that we're not going to be able to play in championships, bowl games, national championships, won't be able to go to the playoffs, but so this is huge for Josh Heupel and his staff because that door that no one really had a key to is wide open now, and I think Josh Heupel is going to be able to recruit better. I think he's going to be able to recruit even more high caliber now than what he's doing, which is crazy to think about. May even see some of them recruits that have committed elsewhere flip.
See what happens. It's great to be a Tennessee Vol.
I'm just glad this part's over. We've known this is coming for a couple years now, and we just been in a waiting period. We didn't know when they was going to do it.
And any Tennessee fan that knows anything about Tennessee football has been nervous about this
Yeah.
ruling for not just months, but a couple of years, because it's just been there. And like, what are they going to do to us? What are they going to do to us? You know.
It's like whenever I always think everything's great, but in the back of my mind,
We kept waiting on that,
Yeah.
on that to happen. on the way to Miami last year, are we going to get down there and be told we can't play in this game? You know, that went through my mind.
Yeah, I mean, you never, especially with the NCAA, you never know what them idiots are gonna just pull out of their hat.
Yep.
You know, so that's the great news is it's over with. We can play in a bowl game or championship now, and just dish out your $8 million and just walk the line.
We're going to raise that money here on this podcast. So
Yeah,
anybody wants to pitch in a couple
GoFundMe.
of dollars, you know, look up Luke Jackson and send us a couple of dollars. We'll pitch it on that $8 million.
Yeah, let's start a GoFundMe and just donate that shit straight to Danny White. Let us know in the comments what you think about that segment. We'll be right back after a word from our great sponsors. Thank you, Taylor Jones with Big Orange Concrete Pumping. Big Orange Concrete Pumping. They can accommodate any residential or commercial concrete project that you may have in mind. They have one of the biggest line pumps in the state. They take a lot of pride in their work, and they're waiting on your phone call today. Their number is 865-371-3367. Whether you're pumping noise and kneeling or pumping concrete, make sure you roll with the Big Orange. That's Big Orange Concrete Pumping, 865-371-3367. And we're back. Next, we've got Start, Bench, Cut, presented by Maxed Out Gym in Oak Ridge. Y'all ready?
We're ready. Let's do it.
All right. Rank these baseball movies. Field of Dreams, The Sandlot, or Angels in the Outfield?
It's an easy start for me. I start The Sandlot. I grew up, probably watched The Sandlot 50 times. My 6-year-old son is now watching The Sandlot and loves it. I'm going to bench Angels in the Outfield. I thought it was a cute movie. Not my favorite baseball movie, but I enjoyed it. And I cut Field of Dreams a little bit before my time. I don't quite remember it as much as the other two, as historic as it is.
I'm going to start Field of Dreams just out of the fact of what MLB does every year now, making that baseball field and the cornfield.
It's very cool.
It's probably, and the intro they give every year is probably one of the coolest things in all of sports, honestly. Bench The Sandlot. Like he said, I've watched it 100 times. That's what we used to watch in school all the time whenever we had nothing to do. And I've never saw Angels in the Outfield.
You need to check it
Really?
out. You need to check it out.
Last week, y'all threw some stuff at me I ain't saw then either. My favorite movie.
Yeah, he's
of all-
not seen Semi-Pro
Oh, wow.
or Kicking and Screaming.
His favorite movie's probably Air Bud.
Favorite movie's Jurassic Park, 1993 edition,
Um,
and Tremors.
I've got
I
the
love
same
Tremors.
order as Spur. I'm gonna start The Sandlot. Watched it 1,000 times. You know, every time if it's on now, I'll watch it. I'm gonna bench Angels in the Outfield. The kid is coming out of me here too. I mean, like you said, it's not like the best, but it's good. And I love Field of Dreams, but I'm cutting it just because the kid in me.
I'm just glad you didn't have the list as the Bad News Bears, The Sandlot, in Major League 2, because I don't know what I would have picked.
Well, I was going through the list and I was thinking hard, but we'll come back around to some more baseball movies in the future, I'm sure. This last weekend was National Ice Cream Day. Rank these ice cream flavors: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry.
You got to start strawberry. Strawberry's freaking awesome.
Oh wow!
I
okay.
love strawberry. Ain't nothing like it. I'm telling you right now. You got to bench chocolate. Chocolate's okay. It's mid. Bench
So you're
it.
not a vanilla guy.
Vanilla. Born. Born.
You know what? This might be the only time I agree with Corbin, but I'm starting strawberry. Strawberry is great ice cream. I'm not the biggest chocolate fan, so I'm gonna bench vanilla and I'll cut chocolate. I'm not a chocolate fan at all, really. Some candy bars, but not an ice cream.
It depends on my mood so much if I like chocolate or not. But I got to start vanilla just because vanilla. I can do vanilla anytime, and then I'm gonna bench chocolate. It's great, but I got to be in the mood for it. I'm gonna cut strawberry. Sorry, guys, but I will say this: if it's homemade strawberry, it's next level.
That's true. I had some just a couple weekends ago
Really,
in Cincinnati.
it's
Homemade strawberry ice cream.
it's next level. But if we could start like chocolate and vanilla at the same time and swirl them bad boys together, that's probably my favorite.
Mint chocolate chip is where it's at.
Oh god, I can't do mint.
Mint chocolate chip. That's my
You
favorite.
like mint ice cream, Corbin? Never.
Hell
tried it?
no.
I don't either.
Golly.
I tried it one time, and
Mint chocolate chip. It's like a thin mint Girl Scout cookie that's cold.
who eats that? Somebody's keeping that in business.
Not me
like
very often. It's my favorite.
Oh, my
that and
gosh.
orange pineapple. That's my two favorites.
I could see orange pineapple, but ooh,
Just go get a damn tube of toothpaste and just
yeah. Go get some peppermints. Which Tennessee football position coach has the most pressure on them this season? Joey Halsey, offensive coordinator, Willie Martinez, secondary coach, or Alec Eblin, tight ends?
Joey Halsey. I think so.
Starting him?
Start him. Offense is really gonna have to lead us this year, and I mean, look at who he's got as his talent. We got enough talent. We can dominate college football. So he's going to show what he can do to make them be better with themselves. I'm going to have to cut a bench. Alec. Yeah, bench Alec. Tight end's going to be very important this year, making the key plays. And Willie on the secondary, cut him.
I start Joey Helsley at offensive coordinator. It's a big year for him, big year for Tennessee. Got new wide receivers, new quarterback. I'm going to cut the secondary coach, Willie Martinez, or bench the secondary coach, Willie Martinez. Secondary is going to be extremely important for our defense this year. You know, with that up-tempo offense, you know, defense is on the field a whole lot. So pressure is going to be on our defensive backs to stop the opposite team's wide receivers. And I'm going to cut the tight ends coach, just because out of the three groups, the tight end sees the least amount of catches or action.
Yeah, two brand new coaches here, you know, with Coach Halsey, offense coordinator, and Alec Eblin with tight ends. I'm going to start Willie Martinez. Secondary, no secret, has underperformed. I'm not saying it's all Coach Martinez's fault. He's been working with walk-ons and, you know, a lot of injuries, so not completely blaming Coach Martinez. I like Coach Martinez, but in my opinion, he has to perform this year, or we could be talking some hot seat talk maybe.
Do you think that's the hardest defensive position to coach is secondary, just because of the restrictions you have on rules and the athletes it's on in wide receivers now versus defensive backs?
I would say it would definitely be up there at the top.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with that. Just, I mean, like you said, like just with all the targeting and, you know, just, I don't know. The wide receiver definitely has the big advantage, you know. But I'm gonna bench Joey Halsey, because if he, not necessarily with Coach Heupel, but if he don't match or come close to what Golish did last year, I think that with fans, he'll be like on the hot seat. You know, with that being said, him and Heupel has been together for like 12 years, and this is Heupel's offense, and I think Heupel has the final say with the plays and stuff. So
He's got 3 seconds to make that decision. But
yeah, I think that's gonna make it all right. But they've got a lot of chemistry together. They've been together for like 12 years, so a lot of pressure, but it's going to be okay. And I'm going to cut the tight ends coach, Alec Eblin. I love the in-house promotions, by the way. It's good for the brand. It's great for chemistry within the program. But he's been there before, you know, like he's helped with the tight ends, and he's kind of been around for a little bit. So I think he's going to be all right. What is the best game show currently airing? Family Feud, Jeopardy, The Price is Right.
of all the questions you've ever asked on this show, Luke, this one is the one that I just don't know how to answer.
Really?
Yeah. Because they've all got new hosts from what I grew up with. And it was back in the day. I know how it would be, but you know, I haven't watched Jeopardy since Alex Trebek left. Maybe once, and I used to watch it every day.
Really?
I watched it just out of curiosity since he left, just see how it was going.
Yeah, and then Steve Martin on the Family Feud just gets on my nerves. And
Oh, really? You don't like Harvey?
He's all right. I call him Steve Martin. That's how much I pay attention to that. And then Drew Carey just can't tie Bob Barker's shoes, let alone be Bob Barker. But that being said, I'm going to start The Price is Right just because it's iconic and I can still miss work and catch it at 11 a.m. on WVLT. So I'm going to start The Price is Right. I'm going to bench Jeopardy and I cut Family Feud.
I'm going to start Family Feud just because it makes me laugh. I'm talking about current day. If I was talking about all time, it'd be different. But you say what is currently airing.
Currently, yep.
So I'm going to start Family Feud because it makes me laugh. Steve Harvey is a funny son of a gun. I'll give him that. Bench Price is Right, just what he said, the history with the show. If Bob Barker is still there, you'd have to start it. No doubt about
Price
it.
is wrong, bitch.
What was his slogan he used to say? Spay your...
Yeah, make sure to have your pets spayed and neutered.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
And then Jeopardy, cut Jeopardy. I never watched Jeopardy much anyways, but what was his name? Alex
Trebek.
Trebek. I grew up on him, and I watched out of curiosity one time since he left, and I haven't watched it since. I will play Jeopardy games on the computer sometimes just to see how smart I am at things.
Yeah, Jeopardy. It's one of them shows I don't like make an effort to watch it, but if it's on, I'll kind of watch it. But nothing against it. I'm gonna start Family Feud as well. I think Steve Harvey is hilarious. He's a legend. I love Steve Harvey. I will say this though: the dude from Tool Time, what was his name? Who used to host it?
Tim Taylor.
Yeah,
I did like
Tim
him.
the Toll Man Taylor.
it was good.
I did like him a lot too.
Yep.
And I'm gonna bench The Price is Right. Used to watch it a lot. I don't want to watch it that much anymore, but it's still pretty good. I'm gonna have to cut Jeopardy.
I once asked Vanna White for Christmas from Santa Claus. Yeah. You know what he said when I asked Santa Claus for Vanna White?
What?
Ho, ho, ho. It's like, don't talk about her like that.
The last question: if you were the coach, who are you starting? Who are you benching? And who you cutting? Jabari Small, Jalen Wright, Dylan Sampson.
This was a tough one.
Yeah,
Very
it is.
tough.
They're very tough.
Very tough.
I'm going to start Jalen Wright. I think he'll be our star running back this year. 875 yards last year, 10 touchdowns. It's tough. It's tough. Bench your boy Small. And I'm going to cut Dylan Sampson. But I'll say this. Did you know Dylan Sampson got clocked at 23 miles an hour running?
He is extremely fast.
Fast.
It's a good problem to have, but that's the right order. You start Jalen Wright, you cut Jabari, or you bench Jabari Small and you cut Dylan Sampson. For now.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with any of the three.
So damn hard. As of now, beginning of the season, I'm going to start the veteran. I'm going to start Jabari Small. He played like 8 games or something last year with a torn labrum. His new shoulder, he's good to go. Well-rounded. I'm going to bench Dylan Sampson. Hits the hole so hard, like you said, just so fast. He's elusive. I'm going to cut Jalen Wright. No disrespect. Love Jalen Wright. He's put on some size, man. My only reason for cutting Jalen Wright is the fumbling problems last year. That's my only
Understandable. And I think Dylan Sampson's going to start as a kick returner, so we'll be fine regardless of which one of the three is in the game.
So loaded, man.
It's awesome to have.
Yeah, we're just. I mean, there's 2 to 3 more that could be right here in this category too with Cam Selden. All right, that was Start Bench Cut, a segment presented by our friend Ryan Carson at Maxed Out Gym. We'll be right back with our second main talking point of the day. Maxed Out Gym is hands down the best gym in East Tennessee. Located in Oak Ridge, locally owned and operated by Ryan Carson. Listen, this gym is not your normal big chain gym. 24/7 access, child care, nutrition plans, private training rooms, and their personal trainers are truly first class. We're not talking about John Doe across the street who spent a few hours taking an online course and then printed his certificate. They offer the best classes in the area and even host big-time powerlifting competitions. For my power lifters, you have to experience the back room. There's no words to describe it, you just have to experience it. That's Maxed Out Gym. If you're having second thoughts about changing gyms, canceling that membership, going through the hassle, I know you've seen the picture of me and Coach Heupel together when I got to show him his face on my leg. Have you seen the thunder thighs on the Vawl Daddy? You don't get thighs like that by not going to Maxed Out Gym. It's time to throw away the Gold membership, throw away the Planet Fitness membership, throw away the National Fitness membership, and it's time to join Maxed Out Gym. Check them out on Facebook right now. And we're back. Next, we've got our second main talking point of the day, presented by Trident Hydro Clean. Like we said earlier, we've ranked many things this offseason. Now it's time to rank mascots. I thought about doing this college football wide, but we may run some of that next year since we've kind of stuck with the SEC this year. So let's rank mascots. Each team's mascot from last to first. If they have multiple mascots, you can use that to the team's advantage or disadvantage. Let's start at number 14. Give them the business, Spur.
Number 14, Alabama.
Okay.
It's a damn elephant. I mean, what was they thinking on a damn elephant in Alabama? Crimson Tide. It's just about as stupid as their plain-ass crimson helmets. They look dumb. You know, the only good thing about the damn elephant is its name is Big Al, and that's the only thing that makes me laugh just a little bit. But it's a stupid elephant in Alabama.
I got to go with Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
I know everybody's going to think I hate Ole Miss, but it's a freaking land shark. Have you saw the picture of it?
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
It's pretty dang stupid. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at to begin with, and it's just terrible bad.
Bad.
I've got Ole Miss at 14 too.
All right.
Distance yourself from being the rebels, from your colonel because of political bullshit. Now you're land sharks. You don't deserve to be called the rebels. Take your hotty toddy asses to the back of the line for the Vawl Daddy. Who you got at 13?
Oh, good old Vanderbilt, Mr. Commodore.
Okay.
A Navy ranking official in Tennessee. It's stupid. It makes a mockery of our military. At least the name's unique, but golly, Mr. C, the Commodore.
I got Texas A&M. They don't even have a mascot.
Yes, they do. I'll get to that in a few minutes.
The dog?
I'll get there.
The dog's cute and all, but man, too bummy ass of a school to get a damn actual mascot. The hell?
What's Aggie anyway?
Hell, I have no idea.
I've got that. Yeah, I had to Google, but I got it.
Well,
13, I've got Missouri. No creativity here. Everyone is a damn tiger or a cat of some sort. So, yeah, just give me Missouri at 13.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Number 12. Ole Miss Land Shark. It's a new age, a new day. You know, we can't use a Southern Heritage Rebel, Plantation Owner, whatever we want to call them these days. So what do we come up with? A land shark? That's the best you can come up with? Did he get a beer sponsor out of it or something? I don't know, but land shark.
Mr. Commodore Vanderbilt, he's just plain and Jane to me. I mean, at least he's got like a pirate hat on to anchor that damn sumbitch down. That's all I know about that damn mascot.
12, I'm going Texas A&M. Aggies, come on now. It stands for agriculture. I'm all for agriculture and farmers and all that good stuff, but this is just stupid.
For the farmers.
Give me the non-existent 12th man from last year, the corny midnight yells, the fighting Jimbos. Put the Aggies at number 12 for me. Who you have at number 11?
Good old Kentucky Scratch and Blue. You know, it's not even good costumes. It looks like a middle school basketball cat. But hey, this is their year in football again, right?
It'll probably be their year.
I've got South Carolina at number 11.
Okay.
Old Cocky. He sure has let his damn body go. I'll say that. You know, the way he bounces around with that son bitch, it reminds me of the women over the Cotton Eye Joe sometimes.
Hadn't been for the Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago.
Come on down the Cotton Eye Joe.
Number 11, I'm going the Kentucky Wildcats as well. Same type category as Tigers or Bulldogs or whatever. Too popular, not unique.
Buy a new suit.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Take the blue kitty cat and put it at number 11. Who do you have at number 10?
The Mississippi State Bulldog Bully. It's just an ugly costume to begin with. And then they got the dog. It's just as ugly. But, you know, they used the mascot to attract female students to attend Mississippi State.
Really?
That's why they come up with Bully the Bulldog. No thanks.
Yeah. Who do you have at number 10?
I got Mississippi State, too. You know, to be named Bully, you think he'd look more built. But he looks just like the old average Joe out of them stands over there. Ain't no bully out of him.
First time that we've all agreed. I've got Mississippi State at number 10 as well. Of all the dog breeds out there, you have to copy UGAs. Wow. I mean, they bring in an even uglier, breed of the bulldog. So yeah, give me Mississippi State at number 10.
It almost looks like a bear to me in a way.
A
It don't even look like a bulldog. It looks like a bear or something.
Yeah. For a very happy bulldog.
Number 9, who you got, Spur?
The Texas A&M Aggies that's got a mascot named Reveille, which is a female dog. Female being the main point. It's a bitch. All there is about it. You know, while the dog is a collie and she's cute, she's far from intimidating.
I've got UGA, Georgia. Got an oversized head, but he looks cool. I ain't gonna hate on him. At least he's built. Got muscles, unlike old Bully over there.
I've got Georgia as well at number 9. Uga is not cool for me.
Is that the name of it? Ugga?
Ugga.
I thought it was just UGA.
No, they pronounce her UGA, Ugga.
Ugga. Usually
Get that in a minute.
they usually forget the Y on the end of that.
Oh, dang.
Ugga. Whoops.
This dog, I'm a dog lover, but this dog is pointless as far as dogs. Non-stop medical bills. Skin is terrible. Can't breathe. Just a pointless dog. But y'all know what Georgia's mascot was before it was the bulldog?
I do not.
It was a billy goat.
It'd be different at least.
Yeah, at least it's unique. You got number 8.
I got Missouri Tigers. Truman the Tiger, named after President Harry Truman. Of all people to name your mascot of your university school after, Harry Truman. Truman the Tiger. And it's a yellow tiger at that. I've never seen a yellow tiger. It's clearly the worst of the 3 SEC Tigers.
I've got Florida, and I don't hate on Florida's, honestly. I think it's decent. It's cool. Nobody else has an alligator as a mascot. Nobody else has gators, so it's cool. Get up.
I'm going to go USC Junior, the Gamecocks. Sorry, Spur, but Sir Big Spur, don't do it for me. Cocky Doodle do. Don't do it for the Vawl Daddy either. Number 7.
Number 7, I got Florida. You know, Albert and Alberta, the Gators. At least they're a married couple, I'm assuming. But, you know, it's unique to Florida. The Gators is unique to them. I just hate Florida with a passion, so screw them.
It's hard, yeah.
I got Big Red, Arkansas. I went back and forth, honestly, whether I wanted to put him higher or lower, because you don't really know what you're looking at when you're looking at him. But he looks cool. He looks like a badass in a way, I guess. He definitely would beat the hell out of Bully. So
Yeah.
Need to get like mascot wars or something going on.
Yeah, NCAA football. Play some mascot. I'm gonna go Alabama, the Crimson Tide. How they got the Crimson Tide name is, kind of cool, I guess. But the elephant is just weird. So the red elephants go about mid for me.
I read the reason why they went with elephants. It has something to do with their defensive line was as big as elephants back in the day, but it's still daggum stupid to have an elephant in Alabama.
Apparently, that was what the media called them for a long time, was the red
The
elephant.
red elephants.
Who do you have at number 6?
I got the Wildcat, Kentucky. You ever heard of anybody here ever heard of the Wampus Cat?
Of course. We're in East Tennessee.
They're trying to make their own damn Wampus Cat up there, and I don't like it.
Number 6, I took Arkansas, Big Red, and Tusk. The suit kind of looks ridiculous. It's a little intimidating. It's better than the bully, like you said. But Tusk, the actual hog, he belongs as bacon or sausage on my breakfast platter.
Nice.
I'm going Auburn at number 6. They're a tiger, man, and the Eagles, the only thing that keeps it from being outside of the top 10 for me. Just, I don't know, just the same stuff. But flying the eagle in the stadium is pretty cool. So give me Auburn at number 6.
Number 5, I got Georgia. Now, on top of Oga, did you know that their actual mascot's name is Big Harry?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, Big Harry and Uga. It's more like it. He's the laziest dog in the entire world.
Pitiful, man.
It's just sad. Smokey would destroy Uga anytime.
It would, yeah. It would be bad. It would be real bad.
I got Mike from LSU. I think when he puts that headband, he's got that headband attire. I think he looks like a badass with it, hyping the crowd up, But I will say LSU, I'll give you credit. That tiger in the cage is honestly one of the most badass things in college football. Having a tiger out there in the field in a cage, like where else you gonna find that at?
I've got LSU at number 5 too. Mike the Tiger is awesome, but they have taken him out of the stadium in the cage due to PETA. So they're scared to death of PETA, and it's no one's fault but your own. It's very cool. They've got the little enclosure and stuff out there, but it's not the same as having him in there. They had a cage where they used to kind of take him with the team and stuff, but yeah, it's not the same anymore. So give me LSU Tigers. Give me Mike the Tiger at number 5. Who do you have at number 4?
Number 4, I have South Carolina Cocky and Big Red Spur. Doing research for this podcast and all these mascots, I found out South Carolina actually named their mascot after me, so that's why they got moved up to number 4, Big Red Spur. And, who doesn't like to yell beat cocks?
So do you like the Rooster Crow?
Hell no.
I've got a Big Al, Alabama. Like Yuns, I don't know why the hell they got elephants. I've said on here before, I remember dating a chick in school, and she was like, my favorite team's the Alabama Elephants. And I would look at her and be like, the Alabama Elephants. And then it would hit me and be like, oh, she's talking about Alabama Crimson Tide. She saw the mascots, the elephants. She don't know anything about football. And but I mean, it is a cool costume. I will say this. It's different. It's unique. They actually looks like they put a lot of work into creating it. So I'll give it number 4.
This suit itself is fine, but it's just a damn elephant.
It's a L, yeah. I got him about halfway, but
They may have a damn secret elephant in Alabama. You don't know.
they might.
It is
I'm
2023.
I'm sure one of them people owns one down there somewhere. I guarantee you.
We'll get to that later.
They're going to march Nick Saban out on an elephant one day. I'd pay money to see that.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe I'd accidentally step on him.
Number 4, I'm gonna go Vanderbilt. I'm giving them some credit here, man, just for uniqueness. But like you said, there's no ties to any water around Vanderbilt. There's no ties to the Navy, but it is unique. The mascot is kind of cool. If you're Vanderbilt, it's very cool. I don't know. I guess
Something's got to be cool if you're
something's got to be cool. Give me the Commodores at number 4. Who do you have at number 3?
Number 3, I got Mike the Tiger at LSU. I think Mike's pretty cool. And as we were talking about, they do have the live tiger, or did have the live tiger, and there's not much more fun than a live tiger at a football game. I really don't have anything to hate about it.
I've got Truman from Missouri. Yeah, I'd take him to my kid's birthday party.
He does rappel from the rafters in the basketball games, which is pretty cool.
I'm going to go Arkansas at number 3. The Razorbacks are unique. I think the logo's cool. Woo Pig Suey, that whole thing is cool. Not many pig, hog, bacon mascots out there in the world.
What's more annoying, the pig suey or the cock-a-doodle-doo?
I'm going to go the cock-a-doodle-doo.
Okay, they're both pretty daggum annoying.
So
Give
me Woo Pig at 3. Who do you got number 2?
Number 2, I got Auburn Tigers, and it's more for the War Eagle than the Tiger, you know. There's just nothing more iconic, really, than seeing an eagle fly into the stadium during the national anthem, and that is the sole reason why I have Auburn at number 2, is seeing that eagle come in at the beginning of the game. I love it.
I got Auburn number 2 too, and you made a great point that eagle come in the game. Badass,
Gets me going every time.
perfect, and mascot costume, all of it, very well done. Very, and he keeps that crowd hyped too, and he's very fun to watch.
I'm going to go, I feel like I'm sinning here.
Don't do it.
I feel
Don't
like I'm
do it.
sinning, boys. Despite my hatred for them, I've got the Alligators at number 2.
You
Florida
scared me
Gators.
for a minute.
He scared me
You
too.
scared me. I thought he was going a different route.
Despite my hate for Florida, the Alligators are pretty badass creatures. Good mascot. I can't discredit them for that. So
I wanted to hate on that too. I looked at it and I wanted to hate on it, and I looked at it and I was like, I can't hate on this too
the
bad.
Alligators are badass.
You know it's Florida the minute you see the alligator. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so give me the Gators at 2. Who's your number 1? I wonder.
hey, we all got to say number 1. You want to do it at the same time, guys?
Let's go
Tennessee.
Tennessee, baby.
Absolutely, the Tennessee Volunteers and Smokey. Who wants to make the first point?
I mean, he's the strongest man in college football. He does all them damn push-ups. What a fit damn Smokey dog.
Yeah,
we
he's
got.
really fit these days with Josh Heupel. But the mascot, the nickname, has been with UT for more than 200 years. Most of these schools have changed a time or 3. So the story behind the Volunteer nickname is legendary.
Smokey and the Tennessee dance team are 12-time national champions. You know,
They let us know
Smokey
that,
the
too.
mascot is a 12-time national champion mascot. You know,
What a badass.
and we haven't even really talked about Davy Crockett yet. I mean, we volunteered to fight a damn war.
Yep, you're welcome, Texas.
Yep.
The War of 1812, citizens volunteering nonstop.
Hank Hill would just be all steaming at us right now on King of the Hill.
Call us a homer all you want, but not only is Smokey the best mascot in the SEC, Smokey is the best mascot in the country, and it's not
Yeah.
even close.
Yeah, you got Davy Crockett, badass. Smokey, a breed that's native to Tennessee, not a dog from England, Georgia, and a dog that can do anything. We're talking Swiss Army knife of dogs,
right.
man. You want a house dog, a lap dog, he's got you. Or if you want him to go track a fucking panther and tree it, he'll go tree that panther.
Screw a
He ain't
panther. Get a
scared
damn
of
wampus
nothing.
cat.
them blue ticks ain't scared.
And
of
we're just
anything.
talking about daggum costumes. It's nothing to see a 7-foot-tall blue tick hound in Thompson Boy Arena doing a backflip. So
Yeah.
the costume's versatile, and Smokey himself, herself, or whoever's inside that costume, it's a dog, I guess, is very, very,
It is
very
a dog.
athletic. And,
It is a dog.
and again, 12-time national champion.
What a badass.
All right.
Damn, he keeps us hyped during the
Oh,
games.
yeah, he's-
when he comes in front of anytime we're sitting wherever we're sitting and we see Smokey, we know we're about to get hyped the fuck up.
Agreed. That was our second main talking point of the day, presented by Jacob Haney with Trident Hydro Clean. We'll be right back. We've got the Duel, presented by Premier Excavation.
Bring it on.
Bring it on, baby.
Don't even put
Trident Hydro Clean, your exterior home cleaning professionals, house, roof, driveway, concrete, gutters, and much more. Trident Hydro Clean. 865-363-8815. They've been in business for 5 years, and they have a 5-star Google rating and a 5-star Facebook rating. Call Jacob today. Give your house, driveway, and or patio the care it deserves. 100% satisfaction guarantee. See the difference between a professional and amateur cleaning. That's 865-363-8815. And we're back. Next, we've got the Duel presented by Premier Excavation. The Spur and Corbin will battle it out over a few tough questions, and the winner not only gets bragging rights, but they get some hardware to drag around with them for the rest of the week. Corbin.
63 days I've been champion on this podcast. Ain't nobody can touch me. Not the Spank who pussed out this week, and not the Spur who thinks he's going to be able to take this damn thing from me. Let me tell you one thing, Daddy. I am the greatest of all time.
First of all, I don't want to touch you, Mr. 6.5. But at the same time, that belt's coming home with me tonight.
Hell no, it's not. Hell no, it's not.
63 in 10 minutes is what it's about to be.
Question number 1. Is the NFL getting too soft with their roughing the quarterback rules?
Let me tell you something. Champ goes first right now because I am the damn champ.
You make your point. Quit talking.
Hell yes, the NFL is too damn soft on the quarterbacks. What the hell? We got all these damn rules. I'm afraid what the damn NFL is going to be 10 years from now. What's it going to be? Your quarterback gets out and you take him out, make him set the whole rest of the drive. You've already got enough damn rules on the son bitch.
Getting too soft? Hell, they've been too soft for a number of years. You even touch the quarterback in the helmet now, it's a 15-yard penalty. You know, I'm all for player safety, and no one wants to see a star quarterback get injured. But nothing is more exciting than a defensive sack. You know,
this roughing the passer bullshit in the NFL, though, is ridiculous right now. It is ridiculous.
Defenders are having to hold back. You know, I think that the NFL should adopt an XFL rule that allows a coach to challenge any call that's made on the field, whether that be a roughing the passer or a pass interference or anything. Allow that coach to challenge that play and then go to replay and decide if the quarterback was actually roughed or if he was just touched.
I can't agree with that. I mean, I can agree with that.
Yeah, how's that, champ? I'll win question number 1.
Hell no, you don't.
Question number 2. If you are the Tennessee administration, are you appealing the NCAA's decision?
Not just no, but hell no, you're not appealing it. You know, let's move on for that and come win a national championship in a couple seasons or this season.
Hell yeah, fucking do it. Appeal that son of a bitch. I mean, we appeal everything else. Look at NASCAR. They appeal stuff all the time that they know they cheated for and they still got back in the end. It's the point of trying. You got to try.
Listen, champ, it's over with now. Coaches can no longer use that against us on the recruiting trail. We appeal this decision, the NCAA could come back with something worse. Let's take our medicine and go on and move on and get this Jeremy Pruitt shit behind us.
No, you try to appeal this. They're not going to come nothing worse at us. There's no way they're going to do that. They've already said and done what they're going to do, and this is it. This is it right now. The best you can do is try to appeal it. And
close the book on it. If we open the book back up, they might find something else. So let's close the book and move on.
No.
Question number 3. How far do the Tennessee Titans go this season?
Miss the playoffs. It's going to be a rough season for the Titans. I hate to say that because I love the Titans, but we got a situation at quarterback right now. I don't know how healthy Ryan Tannehill is going to be all year. I don't know what stats Ryan Tannehill is going to put up all year. And Lord forbid we bring in Will fucking Levis. Lord have mercy. And Derrick Henry, he's kind of took a step back last year, and I feel like most running backs in the NFL, the way it goes is when you get to a certain point, you go on that decline, you're on that decline from now on. And plus, we don't know what our offensive line's going to be, a defensive line's going to be. The Titans' offensive line last year was trash, and they're trying to rebuild a little bit of it, but they haven't done enough yet to show me they're going to do anything.
Listen, champ, the Tennessee Titans just this week signed DeAndre Hopkins to a 2-year, $24 million deal. It's a 2-year deal. That's a big deal. It's not this 1-year contract they've been giving some of these veteran wide receivers the last few years. The addition of Hopkins makes them a division contender yet again. You know, they was one bad call away in a Josh Dobbs-led Tennessee Titans team for going to the playoffs last year and winning the division. You know, and they had absolutely no help at wide receiver whatsoever. Mike Bravel is probably the best coach in the division, and he's a player's coach. He gets the best out of every player that plays for him no matter what. They've won the division 2 of the last 3 years with more injuries than any team in the NFL. You know, makeshift defensive line, makeshift offensive line the last couple of years, and they still played great. They had a solid defense last year. They still have Derrick Henry, who I think is the best running back in the entire world. You know, I look for the Titans to surprise a few people. It's going to be a tight race with Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence has not faced any kind of adversity as a quarterback so far. Teams will figure Trevor Lawrence out this year. And I look for Tennessee to squeak their way into the playoffs and lose in the second round against Kansas City.
Squeak their way in the playoffs. So you're not very too confident yourself in them making the playoffs.
I'm not saying that Tennessee's going to win the division by 3 games, but I think there's a solid chance that Tennessee's right there at the very end.
I just don't believe it's going to happen. I love the Titans, but we're not there at the moment. And hell, our whole division, I will say this, our whole division is not good at all. I will say Trevor Lawrence is doing good things in Jacksonville, and I will not be surprised if Trevor Lawrence goes this year and makes the playoffs and wins the division with Jacksonville.
And forget everything I said if Will Levis touches the field.
That is a good point. Number 4, which game does Tennessee need to break out the smoky gray uniforms for this season?
I'm going first this time, champ. Florida. We vol walk our way right into the swamp, and we do to Florida exactly what we did to LSU last year. We kick them in the teeth, and we don't look back. We wear smoky gray in the swamp at Florida.
I don't agree with wearing smoky gray at an away game. I think you need to wear it at a home game. I feel like it's a home game feel. It's a home game tradition going forward. You break that sumbitch out with Texas A&M because they're coming into Neyland Stadium, and we're going to show them sons of bitches what we are freaking made of that night. They think they've been playing the Big 12 for all them years, and they come in the SEC, and they playing over here. They're like, oh, we play Ole Miss. We play freaking Mississippi State and all these other bullshit schools in the SEC. You're coming to the University of Tennessee in Neyland, and we're going to show them motherfuckers what the hell's going on.
Florida is our first SEC game of the season in the swamp. We walk into the swamp wearing the smoky grays, saying, "This is us. We are the East now." And Florida screw off. We're gonna walk into the swamp and beat them in our smoky grays.
We ain't telling much of a team though. I mean, that bum ass team ain't worth shit.
We haven't won in the swamp in what, almost 2 decades. So
20 years, but they're still. It's the worst Florida team this year I've ever saw. So why would you break it out in the worst Florida team in probably 30, 40 years?
Sets a statement right off the bat in the SEC.
With a shitty-ass Florida team.
And again, we do exactly to Florida what we did to LSU last year.
At least LSU last year was good.
Was they really?
Oh, Florida's going to win like 2 or 3 games.
They certainly
this year.
wasn't good for 1 game.
Florida's going to win like maybe 3 or 4 games this year at the most.
Should the NCAA be abolished?
I'll go first since I'm the damn champ over here.
Go ahead, champ.
I hate the NCAA. They make so many stupid rules, so many decisions. They change the game so much. The whole game in the NCAA is changing, and it's changing more towards the NFL-like game than ever before. And with this NIL stuff, and I understand the NIL stuff, and I don't hate on it. It's just it's a different game nowadays, and the NCAA plus the rules they make is just ridiculous. And they come down on all these sanctions. They take championships away from teams and wins away from teams. I mean, it's ridiculous what they do. They make stupid decisions.
You know, I don't know if the NCAA needs to be abolished, but it certainly needs to be an overhaul done to it. You know, we've got to have a national organization in order to have a true national champion. You can't let a single conference determine who's a national champion. So we got to have some kind of national governing body. But right now, the NCAA is kind of acting like the federal government, whereas all the conferences are acting like state governments, and none of them seeing eye to eye on anything. So nothing positive ever happens. So the NCAA, well, I don't think it needs to go completely away. It needs to be revamped from bottom to top.
I don't think it needs to go away. I think what they need is new management in charge of the NCAA, is what I think. I think the people in charge is hurting the NCAA.
You know, when the rule book looks like the same as our tax structure or tax booklet, it's just too much, man. I mean, you know, make some simple rules, make some simple suggestions, host a couple of tournaments, and just be there to be there when we need you, not to oversee every little tiny detail.
Oh, yeah, the NCAA puts you in the rule book, they'll be like, go look at section 1.45678.6T8EAC42, and go about 4 paragraphs below, and you go to section 2.6278, and you will see where you're not allowed to do this right here.
And you know what? You broke a rule 5 years ago, so we're taking away 3 wins.
Ridiculous.
Stupid.
I don't hate on them taking. I mean, I hate on them taking away championships from like USC and all that bullshit.
Taking away a Heisman Trophy from someone because he smokes a little pot.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
All right. So
This is for you, Toy. Thanks for sponsoring this
Premier
damn
Excavation,
segment.
awesome.
Awesome shit. If you ever need any work done, go to Premier Excavation. Toy Duncan, Travis Duncan, they'll set you up. They'll do a great job.
People,
Hell of a
great
damn
workers.
job. Hell of a damn
They'll
job.
treat you right. They're not going to overcharge you. The work's going to be done. It's going to be done on time. And it's going to be done the best it can be.
Go check out some of his Facebook pictures of what he's put up of some work he's done before. I mean, excellent damn work. Excellent damn work.
I've got this one pretty close down the middle, so I'm going to hit you all with some extra questions.
Oh, boy, let's do it.
Who is the best NFL running back of all time?
Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith won 3 Super Bowls, had 18,353 rushing yards all time, 164 touchdowns. MVP in the Super Bowl, regular season MVP. And he won 3 in his 3 Super Bowls. Yeah. The freaking Dallas Cowboys. What the hell have they done since then? Not a damn thing.
They may never do it again.
No.
The greatest NFL running back of all time is the great Walter Payton. 16,726 yards. And then
That's 2,000 below Emmett.
4,538 receiving yards. 110 rushing touchdowns.
Below
15 receiving touchdowns.
Below Emmett.
And a hell of a man off the field. We have the Walter Payton Man of the Year award named after the running back, Walter Payton.
People were scared to death of Emmitt Smith, though.
People were scared to death of Walter Payton as well. Of course, it's a different era. So I'd love to see Emmitt Smith and Walter Payton play today.
It'd be. Today, they wouldn't be allowed to play.
You're probably right about that.
Okay. WWE question. Who is to blame for the Montreal screw job?
Ooh,
That's a good one. That is a good one.
that's a hell of a question right there. Have we got 3 hours?
You could say it's Bret Hart. You could say it's Vince McMahon. They was both pretty hard-headed. But Brett did sign a 10. We ain't got 3 hours for all this shit.
No, we don't. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I grew up loving Bret Hart. He was my absolute favorite wrestler as a child, as a teenager in high school, and on up. But you're a professional, and the wrestling business is predetermined. Not to break what we call kayfabe in the business, but if a promoter tells a champion, "Hey, it's time to lose your belt," unfortunately, it's time to lose your belt. That's your job to do that. So I do blame Bret Hart, the best there is, the best there was, and the best there will be, for not doing his job and not doing the time-honored tradition of dropping the belt before he goes to the rival promotion.
I disagree. I think it's Vince McMahon's fault because he's the one that signed Bret Hart to a 20-year contract and backed out on him, and then gave him the option, "Hey, I'm backing out in the contract because I can't afford it. So if you want to, you can go to WCW." And he caused that whole situation was caused by Vince McMahon doing all that. He's the one who made the contract. He's the one who had Brett sign the contract. He's the one who created the whole situation to begin with.
That being said, if the Montreal screw job does not happen, is there ever a Mr. McMahon? Is there ever a Stone Cold Steve Austin? Is there ever an Attitude Era? Because really, that's the moment where Vince McMahon was brought to the limelight as being the owner and the boss of the WWF at the time.
It is, but that's not the question here.
It's not the question, but it's a part of the question. I still wish Brett would have done the job, and you know, I was not a Shawn Michaels fan because I was a Bret Hart fan, but the bottom line is the promoter, the boss, gave him an order to do something, and Brett just pretty much flat out refused. He is still the boss.
I think the Montreal screw job could have been done better, honestly. And for everybody out there, if you've never saw the Montreal screw job, look it up. There's 100 documentaries on it.
It was 26 years ago, and we still argue about it today. So it got the job done. Bret Hart made more money off the Montreal screw job than anything else he done his whole career. It's very similar to Pete Rose in baseball not being in the Hall of Fame. Pete Rose has made more money from not being in the Hall of Fame than he ever would have if he had been in the Hall of Fame. There's your dual question for some time.
I'll say this. The closest thing we've ever had that will in something in pro wrestling was 12 years ago yesterday, CM Punk, John Cena, Money in the Bank, 2011. Because Punk really was leaving the company. That was no shit.
Yep.
He was leaving over the side, and it was similar bullshit with Bret Hart. That was Vince McMahon. And it was similar, 12, 13, 14 years before that.
Really interesting to see where wrestling goes now that it's under the UFC wing.
This one's tough, boys.
You're the man, Luke. I love you so much.
Listen at you, suck ass.
All right, is NFL getting too soft with the ref and the quarterback rules? Give y'all both a tie. Same answer. If you are Tennessee administration, are you appealing the NCAA's decision? I got to go with Corbin on this one. I think you do appeal because Tennessee has nothing to hide, and there's really nothing to lose other than probably lawyer fees and stuff. But how far the Tennessee Titans go this season, I'm going to go with Spur just because I like the optimism. I want the Titans to get back. But like you said, if Will Levis comes in, then
forget Will Levis. Goodbye.
See ya. What game does Tennessee need to break out the smoky gray uniforms for this season? Got to go with Corbin, and the only reason I love the idea of bringing them to Florida, but you can't just because.
Luke, we're going to sing Rocky Top in Gainesville all the way down there and all the way back.
We are, but due to Danny White and Josh Heupel's rules, they're for the big tradition rivalry. They're just wearing the originals. So that's the only reason for that. But I do like the idea of bringing them to Florida. Should the NCAA be abolished? I've got a tie. Best NFL running back of all time. I've got Spur for Walter Payton. I love Walter Payton, and he's probably one of my favorite NFL running backs of all time. Montreal screw job. I've got to blame Vince McMahon. And
you damn right. He's the one that caused it. He's the one who signed the contracts and everything to cause the whole situation.
He's the boss. He can call the shots.
He can call he called the shots. He's like, hey, Brett, I'm going to sign you to a 20-year contract here in 1996 because Montreal screw job happened in 97, but he signed in 96.
Then he had the decency to come to Brett and say, hey, Brett, you might want to look see if you can make as much money in 3 years as you could in 20 years with us.
Because he couldn't afford the contract at the time.
Well,
that's Vince's own fault.
He made Brett millions of dollars, and then Goldberg hurt him. And that's another story altogether, too.
It's Vince's own damn fault. Because he's the one who he signed that 20-year contract, and it was going to run out in 2016. And then he backed up on his word and everything and took all that away and said, hey, but I can't afford you no more because we're getting our ass kicked by WCW on national TV at the time. and I can't afford you. So if you would like, instead of buying you out of a contract, really, I'll just, if you want to, just talk to WCW and see if you can get all the money there and let them take you because I can't afford you here.
And as much as I loved Bret Hart, it was the best decision Vince McMahon ever made.
What?
It was. It was the best decision Vince McMahon made because that's what started the Attitude Era right there that night in Montreal.
I can agree with that statement. Yes, the Attitude Era started off that night, but for Bret at the time, nobody but Shawn Michaels could touch him in the ring or on the microphone in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And it sucks for him that he had to go through all that.
And then listen to a Bret Hart promo now. It's the same promo over and over and over and over and over.
And then he went to WCW, and Goldberg was told go out there and kick him in the head as hard as you can and teach him a lesson because he's a cocky bastard or whatever. And Goldberg went out and kicked him in the damn head so hard he fractured his damn skull.
Goldberg didn't play, boys.
He didn't. He's fractured Bret Hart's skull, and Bret
green.
never wrestled another match again. And to this day, Bret Hart has never accepted Goldberg's apology. Well, he has accepted, but then he'll accept it today, and tomorrow he'll be like, screw that son of a bitch.
We'll never know the full story of the Montreal screw job. Part of me thinks it might have been all storyline to begin with. Maybe they were all in on it, including Bret. Bret made a lot of money at WCW. A lot of money.
There wasn't no storyline involved. There was too much at the time. I mean, WCW was kicking WWE's ass.
You know who I feel worse for than anybody in the Montreal screw job? Earl Hebner, because he knows nothing about it until literally he's walking out the curtain and Vince grabs him and tells him what he has to do. Now you put yourself in his situation. Bret Hart's one of your best friends, and you're told as you're walking out the curtain, "Hey, you're about to fuck over your best friend." What do? You either do this or you lose your job and your livelihood. And Earl needs the money, unlike Bret and Shawn at the time.
Well, Bruce Pritchard said it best. Bruce Pritchard said that he was Vince McMahon's right-hand man for 30 years. Still to this day is the right-hand man, not to Vince no more, but Triple H, who's actually in charge of creative in the company nowadays, for real. No storyline, that's actually for real.
Golly, we're going on. I told you we needed 3 hours for wrestling.
This is the wrestling podcast right now.
But Bruce Pritchard said that he was never told what was going on that night. And he said after the show, because he's Vince's right-hand man, and he said that was going on out in the ring, everything going on outside. And he didn't know, and he asked Vince, why didn't you tell me this is going to happen? And Vince told him, the best thing ever is you didn't know, then you can't say you was involved.
That's pretty accurate on that, I'd say. I think Shawn Michaels knew.
Well, Shawn didn't know. He admitted to
Shawn
knowing.
Michaels knew, yeah.
He admitted to knowing like 15, 20 years later. Oh, I'm so sorry, Brett.
Again, 26 years ago, we're still talking about it and still can't agree on it.
Shawn probably don't remember it as much.
Maybe the greatest story in wrestling history, truth be told. That's not a story, it's real. That's what makes it
that was real. Just like a CM Punk back in
Give me
2011.
that belt, because I think I won tonight.
You didn't win jack shit tonight. I am the champ, the only champ this podcast is ever going to damn see. All right? Nobody's ever going to see another champion. I'm going to hold this thing as long as I'm here. You see me in 20 years, I'll have a beard down here by then, probably. Hopefully. All I can go this is right now. But the champ is going the damn beard, and I'm the greatest of all damn time.
And 18 national championships for Tennessee to go with it. Sounds good, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
Luke will have 400 tattoos by then.
Oh yeah, I'll gladly get some like teardrops.
We need to do live tattoos on this show one day.
All right. Well, that was
Hey, you didn't announce the winner yet, dadgummit.
I'm the damn winner. The only winner.
Corbin won it with the McMahon question. Now, I will say this: if it wasn't for the smoky gray uniform, like the rule within tradition of the programs, then you would have had the edge.
So you had to use the Tennessee rule, you know. You asked my opinion. I gave you an opinion.
I'm sorry, there's just no way we can do it in Florida.
There's no way they can take them down there and wear them sons guns.
So you said, what do I think we should do?
All right, that was the Duel presented by Premier Excavation. We'll be right back. We've got the Jersey Countdown.
Do you have dreams about what your property could be? Whether it's driveways, ponds, septic, new home construction, or even forestry mulching, let us earn your business and make your property dreams come true. Call Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408. You can also find us on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you for supporting small businesses that support you. Again, that's Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408.
Are you looking for a place to tailgate this season? Look no further than the Volunteer Club. Free food, free drinks, free games, and an open bar. Yes, I said open bar. Also, you're going to get things like watch parties, shirts, decals, koozies, exclusive video content, special events, meet and greets, etc. You absolutely cannot beat the Volunteer Club. For as little as $5, you can join today. Click on my QR code, screenshot my QR code, or message me for a direct link and come tailgate with the best of the best. Go Vols. And we're back. Next, we've got the Jersey Countdown presented by D&M Fence Company. We're at 45 days until it's football time in Tennessee. But we're going to do a little flashback here from the days that we've missed. Number 51, who you got, Spur?
51, Mr. Reggie McKenzie. He was a member of the fearsome linebackers corps that also included Carl Zander, Alvin Tolles, and Dale Jones. He finished career with Tennessee with 174 tackles, 4 sacks, and was selected to play in the Hula Bowl in 1985 and also in the Japan Bowl that same year.
It's a good pick.
Hell yeah. I got Drew Richmond, played 2016-2018 offensive lineman. Started 25 games. He actually protected Jarrett Gartano, who set Tennessee's record for pass attempts without an interception at 166.
Well, I done this yesterday, and we found out today that he was changing numbers, but I'm going with previous number 51, Big Elijah Simmons, 6'2", 340, out of Memphis, Tennessee, redshirt senior, massive human being, strong, powerful. He's been banged up, but he's healthy now, and I'm excited to see him dominate that defensive line. Who do you have at number 50?
Number 50, I have Chip Kale, a two-time All-American standout in 1969 and 70. He was voted to the College Football Hall of Fame class of 2006. Again, a two-time All-American, 3-time All-SEC in 68, 69, and 70. The 2-time Jacobs Trophy winner for the top blocker in the SEC. He won those in 69 and 70. He's also a 3-time SEC shot put champion in track and field.
Great pick.
I was going through the internet and looking, and I come across Bill Duff, and he played for 1994 to 1997. And what it was, the whole article was about was he was a brown belt in Jang So De So.
By God.
What a damn badass.
Number 50, I'm going with Frank Emmanuel, 1963 to 1965. Linebacker / center. College Football Hall of Famer, All-American linebacker, allowed only 98 points his senior season. 8 out of 11 games, the defense held opponents to a touchdown or less. So,
Nice.
Awesome defense. Number 49.
I think we all kind of went the same way on 49. And Luke, if you want to go ahead and take that, go right ahead.
Go ahead, Corbin.
We got Rudy Claire.
You started it, so I mean you had him first, so.
Oh, well, yeah, his jersey is retired. He passed away in World War II. His jersey was retired in 1987. He passed away defending our country.
And he played for UT in 1941 and 42. He was the first player to ever wear number 49.
Yeah, I know we was going to try to change it all up this week, but I've got Rudy as well. Born in 1923, died in 1945. Like Corbin said, defended his country and ended up dying in World War II. His jersey was retired in 2006. Who do you have at 48?
I got defensive lineman Jaquan Barkley. He played six.
That's a good one.
He played 6 seasons for the Vols and improved each year. 50 games and 10 starts in his career. He was a prominent starter in his final season with 44 total tackles, 7 for loss, 3.5 sacks, and 5 quarterback hurries. He graduated from Tennessee in 2020.
I got a Rocky Good. He was a running back for Tennessee. He went to Bearden High School. He was also the Player of the Year in 1972.
It's a good one. I'm going to go Betty Feathers, SEC MVP back in 1933. 25-3-2 overall was his record. 2 undefeated seasons at Tennessee, All-American. He was the first NFL player to rush for more than 1,000 yards in a season. He averaged 9.9 yards per carry. College Football Hall of Famer. Number 47.
I think we all went with punters on 47, I do believe, but I think you two have something different than I do. I got Joel Doyle at 47.
That's a good one.
2018 SEC Fall Academic Honor Roll, a freshman All-American in 2018, and a Ray Guy Award finalist for 2018. Averaged 41.4 yards on 21 punts, and he hit 2 50-plus yards against Mississippi State in 2019, including a season-long 57-yarder down inside the 10. He had 10 or 12 punts down inside the 10-yard line. So, great punter. All along the lines of 2 y'all are going to pick.
That's a good pick, actually. That's a good pick. I got Dustin Colquitt, punter, of course. Averaged 40.8 yards punting for Tennessee. I had 10,216 yards punting for Tennessee. He was always SEC with the coaches, and he had a long NFL career, 2005 to 2021. So he represented us well throughout all them years. 53,660 yards in the NFL punting. He had 483 punts inside the 20, and he had the longest punt of his career was 81 yards in the NFL.
I remember seeing that, remembering him being at Tennessee.
We actually got to meet his dad at the live podcast that we had.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Craig Colquitt.
Yep.
Number 47, I'm going with another Colquitt. I'm going with Britton Colquitt, 2005-2008. 4th Colquitt punter in history for Tennessee. First team All-SEC, freshman All-American. Averaged 42.569 yards per punt, behind only his brother, Dustin Colquitt, and coming in third is Uncle Jimmy Colquitt. Solid NFL career, Super Bowl champion. Number 46.
46, I took Raynoch Thompson. He dominated the defensive side of the ball during his time at Tennessee, and he earned All-American honors his senior year. Thompson led the Vols on the 1998 National Championship team with 87 tackles in 99. He also had 7 tackles for loss and 3 interceptions. He was one of 4 finalists for the Butkus Award, and he played in the Senior Bowl. Thompson started in every game he played at Tennessee, so 36 career starts.
I had John Chavez. He come on as a walk-on for Tennessee, nose tackle. He after his Tennessee career was done, he went on to coach for several teams through college football. He eventually come back to Tennessee through a linebacker and defensive line coach, to where he ended up becoming the defensive coordinator towards the end of the Philip Fulmer era.
What did you call him? What was his name?
John Chavez.
John Chavis.
Chavis.
Call yourself champ. I had to.
The Chief, right?
The Chief.
I got Raynoch Thompson as well. That's my fault. Spur, I did not send that to you. 1997, 1999 linebacker, as you mentioned, All-American, SEC champion, national champion. You mentioned the rest. So let's go 45.
I hope we didn't pick the same again, but I got Will Bartholomew. Played college football at Tennessee, earning many honors, including 2001 SEC Good Works team. Is a Verizon Academic All-District, 2000 Academic All-SEC, and 99 Academic All-SEC. He was a captain on the 1998 National Championship team. He functioned primarily as a blocking back for the team, but he was team captain in the 1998 National Championship team.
I got A.J. Johnson, linebacker, led SEC in 2012, 138 tackles, 106 in tackles in 2013, SEC first team. He went on the NFL, was undrafted in the NFL, but ended up getting a starting position. And he's no longer playing as of now for a team. He was on the practice squad. The last time was back in 2021. He's still active to get signed to a team, so he could get signed back, but his career's not done yet. We'll just see what happens there. But 252 tackles already in the NFL. And for the short career that he's had, really, 252 tackles for an undrafted athlete, not too shabby.
Nope.
Yeah, he really got screwed over, honestly.
Yeah, his
The whole thing's messed up. He would have been, drafted extremely high.
no doubt.
Amazing linebacker. 45, going the legendary Johnny Majors, two-time SEC MVP, All-American halfback at Tennessee, coached Tennessee for 16 seasons, won 3 SEC championships, played in 11 bowl games with 7 bowl game wins, 1985 Coach of the Year, College Football Hall of Famer, Johnny Majors. All right, that was our Jersey Countdown presented by D&M Fence Company. We'll be right back. We've got Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your man here, the Spank. Like myself, D&M Fencing are the best in the business today. They can install wood, chain link, vinyl, picket, composed metal, barbed wire, heck, bring them bamboo sticks. And they can install them things for you too. D&M Fencing, do it right the first time. Their numbers are 865-435-4515 or 865-387-1026. Give my friend Ted a call today. That's D&M Fencing.
And we're back. Next, we've got Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other, presented by C&D Tire in Oak Ridge. I'm going to name all 5 headlines. They're going to guess which state that it happened in based off the headline. Number 1, suspect robbing Subway after his Jared diet failed.
That's other. There ain't no damn Subways in Alabama. There ain't no damn Subways in Georgia. There ain't no damn Subways in Florida.
Subway's the biggest restaurant chain in the entire world, but I'm going to go with other as well.
Screw Subway. Fucking Jimmy John's was that.
I do like Jimmy
Firehouse Subs.
Let's guess the state. I'm going to say other. I'm going to say they're wanting to go on a diet. I'm going to say, let's do something stupid and go Pennsylvania.
Actually,
New York.
Alabama. Zachary Torrance, man accused of robbing 4 Subway sandwich shops, allegedly confessed he wanted to revenge as a disgruntled customer. He was mad at the Jared diet. It didn't work for him. He wanted his money back. He was arrested Thursday night and charged with first-degree robbery for a robbery the previous day. Another Subway surveillance video shows a man later identified as Torrance taking money from the register and fleeing the store. Torrance was arrested after a citizen saw the robbery footage and recognized the suspect from shopping at the Walmart with the Subway in there.
In my
The Walmart Subway, they got us on that.
They got us.
If it had been a Walmart Subway, I had Alabama all the way.
In my defense, I thought you were talking about like a Subway in New York or some shit like that. Like the train underneath the damn ground.
Man molests wife's Shih Tzu because she gave it more attention. Man molests
I'm trying to process that.
his wife's Shih Tzu dog because she gave it more attention.
That's Alabama.
Please be Florida. Please be Florida.
That's Alabama.
You guessing Florida?
Please be Florida. Yeah.
It's probably like some backwoods shit up in Kentucky, though. I'll go with hold up. I'll go with the backwoods shit in Kentucky.
An Alabama man is facing animal cruelty charges after police said he had sex with his wife's Shih Tzu. Jonathan Medley, 39, of Geneva, Alabama, was arrested Friday night, one day after his wife reported the alleged assault to authorities. Medley's wife originally suspected her husband was cheating on her with another woman, so she hid a recording device in the house, hoping to get proof of his cheating. Instead, she discovered Medley was molesting Buster, a 2-year-old Shih Tzu that weighed less than 10 pounds. Even more sickening that the assault was explained to police. Medley gave for his behavior. He was mad at his wife because she paid more attention to the dog than him, so he had sex with the dog. Medley was charged with a misdemeanor count of animal cruelty. The bond was $535. Listen to this. Medley was only charged with a misdemeanor because there's no longer a bestiality law in Alabama. They're just used to that shit down there, man.
I'm trying to process this whole story.
It's a lot.
First of all,
Lord have mercy.
at least it wasn't Reveille from Texas A&M. but it's a 10-pound dog. He's certainly not Mr. 6.5.
No, that's
You're spared now, Kentucky.
Oh my God!
I figured that'd be some backwoods shit from Kentucky. That would just sound just like Kentucky.
Please
Damn
move
it,
on.
Alabama.
Yeah.
What the hell y'all doing down there? No bestiality
No
law?
wonder why you have
What
an elephant
the
as a
hell?
mascot.
that's what they do down there, man.
Damn.
Man arrested after he turned his dash cam into cops to prove his innocence in a car accident, and it showed him robbing a store earlier in the day.
What a dumbass.
That's Atlanta, Georgia.
That is Florida.
A Florida man ended up in
Boom.
jail after his dashboard camera showed police more than he intended. Xavier Morin, 25, was involved in a crash on April the 5th. He told the sheriff's deputy he had been cut off by another vehicle and can prove it with his dash camera. He then signed a consent waiver to search the camera, but when the Palm Beach County Sheriff Department reviewed the footage, they saw Xavier burglarizing a beauty store earlier in the day. Authorities say the video showed Xavier parked outside Sally's beauty supply store, taking a baseball bat from the trunk and using it to break the glass door in the store. Apparently, the incident happened at their parents' house in rural Palm Beach, where they both live. He allegedly pointed a gun at his father during the exchange. When officers arrested him, he tried to escape in handcuffs. According to police, he faces aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, one count of battery, resisting an officer, and
There's meth involved in this somewhere.
What an idiot.
yeah. I mean,
You got some good ones today, Luke.
That's pretty good. Let's see here. Man arrested during job interview with police department.
Man arrested doing job interview with police department.
Mm-hmm. Job interview with the police department, and he was arrested.
I'm going to say other.
I'm going to say New York City.
I'm going to say
Other New York.
from New York City throughout the rest of America down this way.
Phoenix, Arizona. And a bank employee, Alberto Lopez from Arizona, was suspected of stealing $5,000 from his workplace over the course of 3 months. He was reported to authorities and promptly quit his job and moved to Phoenix. Despite being a fugitive, Alberto applied for a job as a dispatcher for the local police department.
He was a freaking fugitive?
On seeing his application and making the connection, the police couldn't believe their luck and thought this was the easiest way to catch him. A job interview. When he arrived, he was suited up, ready to impress, and arrested on the spot.
We need to award an idiot award for like every damn one of these segments.
It'd be funny, like get their address and send them something in the mail.
Well, you may have to send. He's a fugitive. You may have to send him like a prison letter.
This may need to be cut off of this podcast, but have you ever seen the video of the police doing a sting on people that's got warrants out for their arrest, and they set up this fake contest, and they send all these people a flyer advertisement telling them they won free tickets to this major concert. All they need to do is show up here to claim their tickets, and like hundreds of people show up, and they take them all in groups, and as soon as they get into the center, they arrest them all.
I've not seen
It's
that.
fantastic.
That's awesome. Is it on TV?
It's on YouTube, and it's the greatest thing ever. Because people just show up, and they've all got warrants. Everybody there's got warrants. And when they go back to claim their tickets, they get a ticket right to jail.
It's pretty smart.
That is very smart. Number 5, man bursts into ex's delivery room and fights her boyfriend.
Ex's delivery.
Man bursts into his ex's delivery room and fights her boyfriend.
Well, the question is, what the hell did she do?
Well, clearly, she's having a baby with some other man. So,
It didn't say she's pregnant.
delivery room.
Delivery room. It may be her sister. It may be her sister. Maybe her mama. Mama may have had a late start in life. You never know.
I've guessed Atlanta twice.
Third
I'm going
win.
to guess it again. Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm going to go with Alabama.
Miami, Florida. A man was
damn it.
arrested
Damn
after
it.
police said he burst into his ex-girlfriend's delivery room, kicked her, and got into a fight with her current boyfriend. Her current boyfriend asked whether she wanted him in the room. The woman replied no, began to yell obscenities, and briefly left the room before returning and taking a fighting stance in front of her boyfriend, according to the Sun Sentinel. Police said 3 security guards come into the room to attempt to restrain him, but he kicked the pregnant woman in the chest and was put into a bear hug. He was escorted out of the hospital. He faces charges of assault and aggravated battery on a victim who he should have known was pregnant.
And in 2 years, they'll be on Maury Povich.
That-
You are not the father.
You are not the father.
Not no more. He's gone too. Murray retired. The hell? What are we going to do with that Murray and Jerry
Put him on
Springer?
Dr. Phil.
Well, we still got Dr. Phil.
We got the Dr. Phil.
At least we still got Dr. Phil's gone. All hope's lost.
That was our Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other segment presented by C&D Tire in Oak Ridge. We'll be right back to wrap this thing up.
Hey y'all, it's the Vawl Daddy. The C&D Tire Pros are your go-to experts for nearly all of your vehicle needs. Located in the heart of Oak Ridge at 164 Fairbanks Road, they've got a 4.8 out of 5-star rating, and that's very hard to do in the tire business. Tire installation, wheel alignment, wheel balancing, tire rotation, tire repair, brake changes, oil changes. Hell, they'll even paint your back porch. I've known Zach since he was in diapers. We went to church together. We went to school together. We played football together. And he's been changing tires since he's been in diapers. Give them a call today, 865-483-7455. Like them on Facebook. That's C&D Tire, 865-483-7455.
All right, and we're back. We're going to close out today's show. Good show today.
They had a great time, except for I should have won that belt.
Should have won the belt.
Shit. Shit.
Hopefully we get some good news about some recruiting. Hopefully we get that Mike Matthews 5-star wide receiver.
We're going to get him.
I think so too. And next week we should have a little bit to talk about what happened during SEC Media Days. We'll
be $8 million less in our budget, but that's going to be behind us.
We're knocking on the door, man. We're going to be in Nashville in a month and a half.
Yeah, that's the good news. Football season is right around the corner. We are actually a month exactly away from high school football starting. And when high school football starts, that's
when
what
it really, yeah.
That's whenever you're sitting there, you're at the high school football game, and you're like, man, college is in like 2 weeks. I cannot freaking wait. But hell of a show today. Everybody out there, as always, like, share, comment.
If you see Spank, tell him, get back on this show. We need Spank.
Spank, he's scared. I beat his ass so many times, he's sat out another week.
You know what? Spank was supposed to appear at the WECO outdoor show wrestling event.
Scared there too?
This weekend. I've heard rumors that he's not going to be there. That the promotion that's coming said Spank didn't have the balls to show up. Said he's gotten too big for Wartburg.
Oh, damn.
Shots fired, boys. All right, well, episode 10 in the books, and we'll be back and get Vawls Deep, baby.
Vawls
Deep.